Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of my Let's Play Skyrim SE series. Last time we recruited 2 new romanceable companions, Bishop and Kaidan. I'm just finishing up looting the prison we rescued Kaidan from, and then we'll be heading out for new adventures.
And that must be the Dragonstone. Let's just get it back to that court wizard, eh?
Not quite yet, Kaidan. We've got a lot of other priorities at hand. A lot.
I wonder what Foreign got plans to decipher from this Dragonstone.
Wow, you really don't want to let this go. Okay, last stop before we leave the prison. Time to speak to a ghost.
Fiona, I'm here. I apologize. My thoughts tend to drift, but always, it seems, in the same direction.
Okay. Who was Fiona?
She was my master. I do not recall the name of my wife, or if I had one, for that is a life now twice removed.
So this is just one of the many unique characters from the Interesting NPCs mod. They all have their own backgrounds. Some can be followers, offer quests, or speak to other NPCs as well. I highly recommend it for those looking for a bit more diversity in game. We'll talk with him a bit more just as an example.
Just shades, colors, feelings, the sound of gears churning, a whistle of steam, and a great contraption that mapped the stars. I recall ambling across a great bridge that shimmered like glass. Or was that laughter?
I don't know, but that sounds fascinating. As you can see, a lot of these characters offer up cool game lore topics like this, while others can be a bit more laid back or ridiculous. We'll definitely recruit a couple of them through our playthrough when we can. My advice though, be prepared for long conversations when you talk to them, because they do last.
I am no dwarf, I promise you that. There are indeed functioning orreries across Tamriel, however, and their descriptions do fit.
Okay, time to get out of here. I guess this is the sneaky tunnel? Didn't work too well for this guy either. I'll take that. And I'll take that too. One of us might as well use it. Alright, so it looks like we're outside now. Looks like no one got a happy ending from that little escape attempt. But, where am I? I literally cannot see where I'm going at all. I found a mill, so that's a start. Now, where do I want to set up camp? I think here's a good spot. So I'm gonna set up my camp right here along the river. We have our small little leather tent. Oh, let's not have you crooked. That should be good. Give it a second to load. So now to set up an actual campfire. To build a campfire with the Campfire mod, you want to go to the powers screen. And you want to find the option for build campfire. You'd equip it just like any other power or shout and use it. So we're just going to save real quick. And then I'll use it and this screen pops up. You'll have the option between quick or realistic the first time you try it in game. You can change your choice at any time via the mod menu screen. The main difference between the two is that the realistic option involves a lot more time, skills, and steps. For the sake of this video, we're just going to go with the quick version, but later on I'll switch it over to realistic since that's my usual preference, simply because I want a more realistic game. Now that I've placed it, you can then interact with the campfire and select how you want to light it, assuming you have what you need. We don't, so now we're going to go foraging. To do so, you need to pull up the power screen again. You'll see a few options for campfire, such as create item, harvest wood, and instincts. I also have a few for realistic needs, but we're gonna go ahead and harvest some wood right now. You come here.
I have something for you. It's a Nord wall, carved from a bit of tusk. You can use it if we ever get separated. I'll hear it, and I'll be able to find you.
That's not what I wanted, but I'll take the gift. Alright, with Kaidan's help, we now have everything we need to light our fire. We're just going to choose this option, and it will come up with this little animation. And now it's lit, and our camping perk has increased. We can now interact more with the fire, adding fuel, making it bigger, putting it out, cooking food, etc. Take a note that fires can make you feel uplifted or inspired depending on their strength. How are you feeling about this, Kaidan? Let's hear your thoughts.
You're very well read. I envy that. As a child, my education had always been focused on the art of war first. I think now I'd like to catch up, expand my mind a little.
Then do I have the return gifts for you? You're gonna enjoy this.
I'd appreciate it. Certainly makes quiet nights by the fire more interesting.
Always happy to help with my companion's education. But for now, let's rest here.
Aye, we ought to make camp.
And we'll fill up our needs a bit, sitting around this nice cozy campfire we've all built together. Alright, Kaidan. Time to spill the beans. What happened with the 𝐵𝐺𝐻?
Aye, guess I owe you that. I'd been trying to find a way to cross the border into Pale Pass. Ever since Helgen, it's been near impossible to get into Cyrodiil without a stack of papers for the Empire to keep track of you. In the meantime, I've been picking up bounty contracts to keep some coin in my pocket. I must have drawn too much attention to myself.
No, you think?
I'd been camping by the lake when they ambushed me. Seems the 𝐵𝐺𝐻 don't ever need much evidence to bring in a suspect. They took one look at that sword, decided I'd be a good target for interrogation, and dragged me off to that abandoned prison.
Oh, I'm sure, but weren't you scared?
Brynjar used to say, if you're not a little afraid, you're not understanding the situation. Fear I can deal with easily enough. But there was a moment or two when I started to think it really would be the end for me. The 𝐵𝐺𝐻 would never have let me go, no matter what I told them.
Nope, safe bet.
You face down mortality too. Perhaps you know the feeling.
I like all three of these options, but because my fanfic character that I'm supposed to be playing as has already experienced death before, we're gonna go ahead and go with this first one.
Then it sounds like your survival instinct is off. Better get your head checked.
That's fair, but
Probably. And I'll be ready for them. Live and learn, right?
moving on.
What's got you curious?
Tell us, what brings you to Skyrim?
Not now. Maybe when we've got time to take a break.
Okay, easy enough.
Aye. I think we've earned it.
Okay, let's warm him up with some collected books first.
This is a good series. I'll keep an eye out for other volumes. Thank you. Here, I've got something for you too.
So this is another cool feature about Kaidan. There are select books you can give him and he'll give you items or skill boosts in return. What else do you want to know?
You know what? Tell me something about you.
Do you have any family out there?
No, I'm all alone in this world. No, but really, because we're playing as my fanfic character, we're just going to try to be as vague and honest as possible, so they're far from here.
Do you miss them? Perhaps that's a daft question. Your family must be proud of you.
Now you're making me feel guilty. He's being all nice and I'm just hiding the truth.
You know, I'm curious about you. Where are you from?
Oh god, he's making it worse. I was born far from Skyrim.
You must miss your homeland at times. I hope the war hasn't made Skyrim too unwelcoming.
Okay, change of subject is needed. Tell us about yourself.
Of course. What were you wondering?
What brings you to Skyrim?
I've spent a long time wandering. This is where my feet led me.
And...
Aye, isn't there always? To warn the truth, I've come back to Skyrim to learn something of my heritage, my bloodline. The few clues that I have pointed me here, but it takes time to decode. So, I'm paying my way by collecting bounties.
now we're making progress. What about family?
Not anymore. Perhaps I do have
Hi,
blood
Bishop.
kin out there, but I've never known them.
Pushing Kaidan out of the way. You don't look like a Nord.
Well, aren't you observant? I was raised by an old, and as one. But no, that Atmoran ice doesn't run in my veins. I can't be certain what does.
You don't know your own
No.
race?
I have no voice of the Emperor, no dragon skin magic. I don't know the race of my mother. All I have is a hunch, but I need proof.
Perhaps I could help you solve it.
You do that? I suppose I could use the help. The best clue I have is my sword, but I'm certain we can find out more in our travels.
Oh, trust me. You'll find out way more than you were originally hoping for. But in the meantime, how are you doing, Kai?
I'm doing alright. How are you holding up? That's good to know.
Okay, we'll give you another book.
I was hoping to get a copy of this. You must find it fascinating. The history of your blood. And here at the end is the prophecy. Can only wonder what stories will be written about you.
No pressure, Kaidan. You're not even supposed to know that yet. None of us are. Any thoughts on that?
Nothing important.
Alright, well, we're gonna wait to give you this other book.
Till
Time for us to
later
get to
then.
sleep. Enough chatting for one night, I think.
Years like this, it feels good to be out of the city, away from people.
We're all rested up now. It's a brand new day. Time for us to head out and finally go rescue Carnweir. You have anything you want to say about this? The masses want to know. No? Alright.
Yeah. Something on your mind?
Let's go with something simple. Passive. Here. What about you? Anything? Here.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Here, another.
This one has some good training tips for combat. Bah, I know better tricks than that. Here, let me show you some moves.
Some moves, huh? Well, we'll take it. Let me go ahead and grab this real quick. Wait, there's an enemy? Where? There you are. That's it. Come here. Good. Now stay down. Wait, an assassin? Why is the Dark Brotherhood after me? I haven't done anything questionable yet. Today is not starting off as planned, so we're just going to sneak around this fort as a precaution. Seems we've successfully snuck around it. Things are looking up.
Bloody mist. You won't know what's in there till it bites you.
Don't jinx us, Kaidan. Ooh, flower. Wait. No. Look what you did, Kaidan.
Seems the heavens are opening up.
Not another word from you, Kaidan. You've jinxed us enough. Surprise, rain, and fights aside, I don't even care anymore because we finally reached my favorite spot in-game, the hot springs area. We're gonna let my character de-stress a bit in it because after the day she's had so far, she needs it. I think this is a decent enough spot. It's far enough from the village. Yep, this is nice. Whoa,
Did you hear
what?
that? Something's nearby.
Thirsty for blood. Let it be a lesson to others.
Well, I guess that's the end of our bath.
What
Got
can this
anything
ranger
to say
do
after
for his
your
lady?
little peep show? No, nothing new. Alright, well let's just do this then. There's nothing to imagine, we were literally without clothes just now. Let's just try again. One more thing and then we'll head out. My character clearly finds this boring. We are not on the same page. Oh gosh, big kitty.
Come on!
And why is everything trying to kill me out here? What? No! Why did you grab that? The world is trying to kill us today.
Here we go.
First assassins, then dark elves, animals. There's no end. And why do you keep taking that? No.
We should find some place for you to rest. You don't look well.
Oh great.
All
But
right.
first,
Here you go.
give me that. You've lost staff holding privileges. So not only are we tired and still uplifted from last night's campfire, we also have Witbane, which affects memory and thought processes and magicka regeneration. Lovely. And of course, I don't have any cure disease potions because I was cheap and didn't see the point of buying any. I'm just gonna pretend that Bishop has one and gives it to her because he seems like a character that would have one always on hand. There. Are you guys happy now? Pushing forward, I think the gambler's den is somewhere up here. Where is it? I know it's in this area. Is it here? No. Where is it? I know it's over here. I'm not crazy. Wait, there you are. I knew I was right. I knew it was over here. But why are you out of your cage? And you're not even gonna attack me when I attack the other guy. Who am I to complain? Into the cavern we go. Now, to begin the show. You must be 𝐵𝐚𝐻𝐿. We finally found you.
Ah, there you are, you mutt. The hell were you thinking, getting trapped and making me track you all the way to this godforsaken place? There. What do you say we play a little game for old time's sake? I'll shoot an arrow into one of these bandit bastards' knees. You can go rip his face off.
That's vivid.
Let's make these sons of bitches pay.
It feels like half of Skyrim has become outlaws. By Zenithar, get a trade.
Someone's feisty. Well, that song makes a perfect entrance for us. Sorry, buddy, but I've got two angsty characters looking for a fight.
She said she'd wait for me. But they never wait.
No, the arrow that shot your friend came from nowhere. He manifested it. Not strange at all. Back. hard to arrange who's who.
Let's end this!
It don't want to change
You
what
say
they're
you
gonna
never
shoot.
truly know someone
Don't wanna
until you
hit our
face them in
friends.
combat. Come, get better acquainted. I wonder where the bandits keep their food and ale in this place. I wonder where the bandits keep their food and ale in this place.
So important to you, Bishop, you have to repeat it twice? Well, no fear. It looks like we found it. Alright, so our first mission for Skyrim Romance is completed. Time for us to kick back and enjoy the spoils of adventuring. First, we're gonna level up. We're gonna pick stamina this time because I'm tired of getting tired. And we're gonna muffle our movement this time since our characters should be used to their armor now. Time to celebrate our well-earned victory and drink up. There we go. Now for some drunk conversation. Are you always so serious? Don't you know any jokes?
I know of them.
Come on.
Alright. What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question?
What? It's so terrible, but we're gonna give him a laugh.
A relief that didn't fall flat?
Tell us more about yourself.
What did you want to know?
What are your best skills?
I know how to move in heavy armor, and I can take a beating. Light armor? Not so much. I'll always prefer a skin of steel, not leather.
Noted. How are
Shoulders acting up a bit after the last brawl, but nothing to complain about. More concerned about you, to be honest.
you? Oh, I can't imagine why. More story
I
time?
was raised by a Nord, Brynjar. He was a bounty hunter, so I spent most of my childhood travelling Tamriel and crisscrossing Skyrim. Of course, as I go on, I'm finding there was more to it than that. The constant moving, teaching me how to live in the wilderness, training me every day to fight. I learned how to use a sword before I'd even learned how to read.
Sounds odd.
For my 13th birthday, he took me on a hunting trip in the wilderness. And when I woke the next morning, he was nowhere to be found. All he'd left me was some flint, a knife, and an empty water skin. It took me 2 days to get back to civilization, but I'd learned the importance of self-sufficiency by then.
That's rough, buddy.
I think Brynjar was running from something, and he spent my whole life teaching me how to defend myself from whatever it was. Not that he ever told me. He was always vague about his past, and even more so about mine. Always promising to tell me one day, and then dying before he ever got around to it. That run-in with the Thelma seems to have shed some light on it, though.
And your mother?
No, I don't know much about my mother. Only that the sword I have once belonged to her, or so Brynjar told me. He also said that she was brave, and beautiful, and clever, but never anything actually useful. After his death, I took up the job of bounty hunting. It was all I knew, really, and it's led me to some interesting places. And some other years well, perhaps the less said about parts of my past, the better.
You don't want to tell me?
It's not something worth retelling.
So broody and mysterious. How do you feel about traveling with me?
It's been a long time since I've had someone I knew I could trust. Longer still since I could call them friend. I'm glad I can find alongside you.
Aw, Kaidan.
More than a blade in their spine.
What do you want to ask?
Well, that fuzziness left soon. Your Rolf Karnweir is sweet.
He likes you. You know why?
Why?
You're not afraid of him like the others. See, and that's why you and he understand each other. You understand what he is, what he does. But most importantly, and this is the most important, you understand what he's capable of doing. Yeah, something on your mind?
Alright, so since my character is drunk right now, I'm gonna pretend she's a little bit more open to these flirty observations and conversations as a bit of a flirty drunk. As a note, for anyone romancing multiple characters like this, whether it be a combination of Bishop and Kaidan, some other CC characters, or vanilla characters, I highly recommend installing the multiple marriages mod that I have listed in the description, just so that way you can finish all of their quests to completion with no issue. I've confirmed that it does work with Bishop and Kaidan as well as multiple other CC characters I have already installed, including with vanilla characters. So definitely check it out if you're interested in that. Of course, I can't forget to pet Carnweir. And we're also gonna give him some meat. With all that said and done, it's time for us to head to bed. Our character is gonna need that to sleep off the hangover. Alright, it's bright, too bright. We got our merry little band.
Yes?
Onwards to Riften.
My blade is
Already?
thirsting for blood.
Get him, Carnweir. Wait, there's another one? Down. Great teamwork. Alright, team. Great work back there. Not gonna let it get us down. Only up from here, literally. Let's see what this is about. Oh. Oh dear. What does this say? All I had to do was see Legion. That offers enough explanation. There's some wolves up there, so with our luck, past couple days in game, we're just gonna try and sneak around. We'll just follow our little fox friend here. He'll lead us to where we need to go. Fox friend? That didn't sound good, so we're gonna switch over. Oh no. No. Carnweir. Oh wait, there's two of them? No! Oh god! This is... No!
That's the end of it.
I really hate spiders. You've got anything to say before we reach Riften?
No need to worry. Any cut purse tries to snatch away your coin, I'll take their hand myself for a trophy.
I mean, in reality, I'd like to be able to say all three, but for my fanfic character, we're gonna play dumb and go with the last.
Aye, Riften is home to the Thieves Guild and their so-called associates. It's Skyrim's worst kept secret.
Cool. Anything else?
We should stop to try a bottle or two of that Blackbriar mead. Or 3 or 4.
That I can get on board with. And here we are.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
Oh, shakedowns.
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
It matters because I don't want to give you my coin, so...
Alright, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
Good lad. That was... easy.
The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
Welcome to Riften, home of the Thieves Guild. Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. You're just thugs. Vermin creeping around the rat way.
That's quite the welcome. First a shakedown, then that charming introduction. Makes me want to just come visit all the time.
I had another run-in with the Thieves Guild.
Be careful, Neil. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back.
I feel like I should
One
drink every
snap of
time
her
thieves
fingers and you could end up in Riften
Might
jail.
make it more fun.
Or worse.
I can...
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Just passing through. For now.
Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Who are the Blackbriars?
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back. So keep your nose out of their business.
Oh, I'm not
Me?
interested.
I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
Dirt, huh? I'm not exactly clean myself.
Then we're speaking the same language. Good. So what do you want to know?
Everything. That wasn't so bad.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Aw, I feel so bad for
Look,
him.
𝐶𝐲, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
Harsh, Sapphire. But don't worry, we'll help him. Into the tavern we go.
If you've got the coin,
Whoa,
you've come
why-
to the right place.
why am I so
Pull
far
up
in?
a seat.
Yeah.
People of Riften.
What's your problem?
Stranger.
Heed my words. The
Okay,
return of the
there's a
dragons
speech
is
going
not
on.
mere coincidence. This
Yeah.
is one of the
What's your
signs.
problem?
You,
The signs that
you're
Lady
my
Mara is
problem.
displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled
Yeah.
with your vile
What's your
liquids and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of 𝐾𝐽.
Careful there, friend.
We talked about this. Talon,
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Marama. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Here, here. Talk to
What
us,
did you
Kaidan.
want to know?
We need to hear more of your voice.
I was trained from a young age in many combat styles, though my focus was two-handed weapons and pole arms. A halberd might be better for the battlefield, but my favourite weapon has always been the longsword. I'm damn near unbeatable.
Let's hope.
I can do for you.
My
No,
skill in
but he
battle is
can.
unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought. Why hire a common soldier to protect you when you can have a master of the arcane?
Great argument. Consider yourself hired.
With a master of magic at your side, you'll have nothing to fear.
Good, because we're breaking into a prison.